Mostly kasi ito ay major in civil engineering. Okay, so we'll be studying yung strength, okay, or yung mga force applied. Okay, so sa mga columns natin, sa mga trusses, okay, ganyan sa mga slender rods. Okay, so usually pang ano po ito, pang civil engineering. Okay, kaya yung itatakal lang po natin dito is the basic, okay, yung mga basic foundations na which is possible na ibigay sa board exam. Okay, sige, let's start on number 1, so which is an objective problem. Okay, so question, so what is stress? Okay, so the stress is defined as, so that is the letter C. Okay, it is the force per unit area. Okay, so yung stress po, so yun yung strength, kumbaga, ng isang material to withstand a certain force. Okay, so kumbaga kung ilan yung limit ng isang material, wherein, so if the force is wherein pag yung force ay na-apply ay hindi po siya mag-break or kaya niya pong withstand. Okay? So, we have, sige, pasadahan na po natin. So, also, so meron po tayong types ng stress. So, actually, madami po ito. Pero sa ating lecture, so again, so yung mga basic lang po yung itatakal natin. Okay, so we have the first type is simple stress. Okay, so si simple stress, meron po siyang dalawang types. So it is the axial stress. So i-define na lang po natin siya, engineers, so based on the possible definition or objective na nasa board, na pwedeng ilabas sa board exam. Okay, so si axial stress, so yung resisting area po natin ay perpendicular. Okay, so resisting area is perpendicular. Okay, so sabi natin, so the stress is dependent, no, on the area. Okay, so based on our formula. Okay, so is perpendicular. Ayan po. Okay, next one. Okay, so si axial stress, meron po tayong dalawang types. So it is known as the tensile. Okay, tensile stress. Okay, and then next, it is the compressive stress. Okay, so kung ma-recall po natin, so sa ating college days, okay, so yung pagkakaiba lang po niyan, di ba, yung direction ng force natin. Okay, so yung tensile stress, kumbaga pahila. Okay, so andito po. Ayan. So yung force natin. Okay, so from, yung compressive naman, from the word compress, okay, so kumbaga iipitin mo, no, yung isang body, so ibig sabihin, papasok. Okay, so yung ating force naman dito. Okay, so that are the basic or the simple stress. And so next one, so another type of stress, so it is the simple stress naman, or shearing stress, or shearing. Okay, so shearing stress. Okay, so as per the definition then, so based on the possible ulit na ibigay sa board exam, so yung difference na lang niya between axial and then the shearing stress, so where is that? Yung shearing stress, yung resisting area po natin dito ay parallel. Okay, so yan po yung difference between the two. So marami pa po yan, bending stress, ano pa ba? So madaming types, so torsional stress and so on. Okay, but again, so dito muna tayo sa two types. Okay, so yan po, yung number 1. Sige. Kindly take a screenshot. And then let's proceed on solving on number 2. Okay, so number 2. So determine the area stress in square meter of a bar that will carry a tensile load of 4,000 Newton at a stress of 9.5 times 10 raised to 7 pascals. Okay? So yung stress po natin, sige, i-symbolize na lang natin siya as ganito, sigma. So I think this is sigma. So this is equivalent to your force divided by your area. Okay, so kung ipaparehas po natin siya, okay, so sa fluid mechanics, so yung stress, parang equivalent po siya ng pressure. Okay, so kung i-compare natin sa fluids, so ang difference nga lang sa fluids, okay, yun ay mga liquids, no? Okay, so dito mga solids naman po. Okay, so again, so since stress is synonymous to our pressure, so the same lang din po sila halos, or the same sila actually. Okay, so ng ating units. Okay, so the different units of stress, so in SI, it is pascals, tama? Okay, in English, it is PSI. Okay, so and so on. So kung ano man pa po yung mga units ng ating pressure. So the same with stress. Okay, itong F, so this is the force. Okay, so yan ay pwedeng in newtons. Okay, so Newton is the English, SI, and then pound force is the English. Okay, so ito yung load, kumbaga, nadadalhin or bibit-bitin or puwersa. Okay, na bibit-bitin or i-withstand ng isang body. Okay, and then A, so alam na po natin to. So this is the area. Okay, so that is in square meter and then inches square. Okay, and so on. Kung ano man pa po yung binibigay sa given natin. Okay, so let's start. So number 2. So i-apply lang po natin yan, direct substitution. So we have your stress, which is 9.5 times 10 raised to 7. So again, very important po sa ESAS natin. So dapat alam po nating mag-unit analysis. Okay, kasi kahit nakalimutan mo yung formula, so based on the unit, so malalaman mo yung formula natin. Okay, parang ganito. So yung Pascal, so Pascal is Newton per square meter. Tama? So ibig sabihin, so yung formula po niyan, so Newton is a unit of force. From here, it is 4,000 Newton. Okay, and then square meter, it is a unit of area. Okay, so ayan po. So that's the importance of your unit analysis. Okay, so ship solve, what is your area? Okay, so it is 4,000. So divided by 9.5 times 10 raised to 7. Okay, so para maging times 10 to the negative 6, so just press ENG. So our answer there would be 42.1 or 11 times 10 to the negative 6 in square meter. Okay, so that would be our letter B. Okay, so yan po yung sagot natin. So double check your solution. Okay, kasi as we can see, merong 10 to the negative 5 dito. Okay, so ayan, baka nakulangan ka ng 0 or baka namali yung tingin mo dito or namali yung input mo. Okay, kaya always double check your solution. Okay, sige, that would be our number 2. Okay, so ang gagawin lang natin dito po sa ating lecture, so formula base, okay, and then unit analysis, and then conversions. Okay, so ang pangit nga lang po kay strength of materials, napakaraming formula. Pero yung solution niya is usually it is a direct substitution. Okay, number 3, so find the required diameter of a steel member if the tensile design load is 7,000 pounds, assuming a safety factor of 5 based on an ultimate strength of 60,000 pound force per square inch. Okay, so dito meron po tayong new given, which is the safety factor. Okay, so kumbaga since EE naman tayo, pwede po natin yung, sige, parehas. Okay, so sa ating EE subject, di ba meron po tayong tinatawag sa branch circuit natin, di ba meron tayong 1.25. Okay, kumbaga na factor. Okay, so ang ibig sabihin niyan, di ba, so kunwari ang tawag dito sa computation of loads natin, kunwari yung bahay nyo, so yung total load po niya ay let's say 16 amperes. Okay, hindi 16 amperes yung isaktong ilalagay mo sa branch mo or sa breaker mo. Okay, but rather, so it is nagmumultiply po tayo ng 1.25. Tama? Okay, 1.25 times yung ating load. Okay, so yan po yung minimum na breaker na pwede natin ilagay. Okay, 20 amperes. Okay, so ganoon din po yung ibig sabihin ng safety factor dito. Okay, so sa strength of materials. Okay, so kumbaga in case kasi na yung ating material o yung ating let's say column, okay, or bakal or semento ay sumobra doon sa ating indicated or designed shearing strength. Okay, so hindi pa rin po siya magbe-break totally. Okay, so therefore, okay, we can solve for the safety factor. It is also equivalent to the ultimate. So ibig sabihin niyang ultimate, so yan na po yung pinaka-maximum, okay, na stress or na strength na pwedeng ma-withstand ng isang material. Okay, over your allowable. Okay, so yung allowable, so ibig sabihin yan, yun po yung nakakompute natin dito. Okay, sige. So, solve muna natin si allowable. Ganyan na lang. So, this is equivalent to, so we have your ultimate stress. So, we have 60,000 divided by our, okay, so safety factor of 5. So, 60K divided by 5, that would be 12,000 PSI. PSI or pound force per square inch. Okay, so from that, so we can now solve for the area. So again, so solving or substituting in the formula. Okay, so we have 12,000 pound force per square inch. So this is equivalent to their load for the force. So we have 7,000 pounds. Okay, divided by our area. Okay, so since ang hinahanap ay diameter, so automatic. Okay, so if the unknown or the given is diameter, so your cross-sectional area is a circle. Tama? Okay? So, and then also, so there are two different types dito sa strength of materials. Okay, of a cross-sectional area ng circle. So, meron tayong tinatawag na solid. Okay, and meron din tayong tinatawag na hollow. Okay, parang sa, ano natin, integral calculus, kung maalala pa. Okay, so yung hollow, yung may butas sa gitna. Okay, so keyword mo lang dyan, basta wala kang nakitang word na hollow or walang binigay na outside diameter, inside diameter, or thickness, always assume that, so our circular is solid. Okay? Yan. So therefore, wala naman po tayong keywords dyan. Walang thickness, walang outside, walang inside, so on. So therefore, we will assume that that is a solid. Okay, in the case of solid, so our formula is just pi over 4 times the square of the diameter. Okay, so shift solve. Okay, so yung choices, as we can see, magkakaiba. So if that's the case, ang gawin lang natin is solve muna natin, no, yung value on its default unit. Okay? Pag wala yan sa choices, so ibig sabihin, i-convert mo. Okay? Trial and error. So let's try. Okay, kung ito wala sa choices, meaning, yung sagot natin, kailangan naka-millimeters, or naka-centimeters, or naka-meters. Let's try. Okay, so 0.8618. So since meron naman po yan sa choices, yun na po yung sagot natin. Okay, unless in-specify sa problem na isosolve daw natin in millimeters or in centimeters. Okay, so answer there is your letter. Okay, so formula-based po ito, direct substitution. So, di naman na kailangan ng solution sa board exam, so pwede na po yan ikagad i-shift solve. Okay, sige, that's our number 3. Okay, next one, so let's proceed on number 4. So, determine the outside diameter. Ito na yung sinasabi ko po, engineers. So, we have a keyword, hollow steel tube. So, that will carry a tensile load of 500 kilonewton at a stress of 140 meganewton per square meter. So, assume the wall thickness to be 1/10 of the outside diameter. Okay, so hollow na po, no, yung involved dito. Pagka ganyan na. So, ganito na yung material natin. So, circular in shape, steel. Okay, so mag-apply daw tayo ng force dito. Okay? So ano daw yung diameter para makakarry niya or para ma-withstand niya yung force na 500 kN. Okay, again, so formula po natin, so stress is equivalent to force over area. Okay, so ito engineers, so at hollow circular shape. Okay, so di ba, kung maalala pa nung college, so meron tayong dalawang formula na ginagamit dito, di ba? Okay, so first, yung area is pi over 4. So multiplied by the outside square minus the inside square. So ito po yung hollow. Okay, and then also area is also pi dt. Okay, ito naman yung sa parang sa integral calculus, ito yung parang disk method natin, di ba? Yung pi dt. Okay. So wherein ito naman is dito. Okay, so nung college, di ba parang siguro hirap tayong i-determine. Siguro turo sa atin ay imaginein kung ano yung force or kung ano yung cross-sectional area. Okay, so na naapektuhan. Okay, so sa ating material. Okay, pero dito, so bibigyan ko na lang po kayo ng keyword. So para mas madaling i-determine. Okay, dito. So gagamitin lang natin yung formula na yan kapag yung stress ay action. Okay? So axial stress or axial force. Okay? So ano ba yung axial stress or axial force? So engineers, pag nakita ka ng keyword mo dyan na tensile, okay, tensile or compressive, so ibig sabihin, gagamitin mo yung hollow na pi over 4, okay, times the outside square minus the inside square. Okay, yan na po yan. So, shortcut na, no? Okay, so and then gagamit ka naman ng disk or ng pi dt. Okay, so if the applied stress or force is shear. Okay, so shear stress or force. Okay, so yan na po yan. Yan. So from our number 4, okay, so dito daw ay tensile. So ibig sabihin, ang gagamitin natin is yung hollow tube natin. Okay, kung hindi ka sure, so pwede mo namang i-trial and error. Okay, so yung iba dyan ay, kung yung ginawa mo ito, wala naman sa choices. Okay, so then also, di ba meron tayong relationship between the outside diameter. So this is equivalent to the inside diameter. Okay, so inside diameter plus twice of our thickness. Ayan. Okay, so and then also engineers, meron po akong ibibigay na optional na pwede mong i-memorize na conversion. Wherein, so yung 1 megapascal, okay, or 1 megapascal, diba, this is also 1 meganewton per square meter. Okay, parehas lang din po yan sa 1 newton per square millimeters. Okay, optional, so pwede mo pong gamitin or hindi. Okay, so 1 meganewton, 1 megapascal is also 1 newton per square millimeters. Ayan, shortcut conversion na po yan. Kung gusto mong gamitin. Okay, so ang hinahanap dito ay the outside diameter. Okay, so therefore, gagamitin natin tong area na to. So as we can see, so let's check the given. So meron na tayong area or meron na tayong stress. So okay na. Meron na rin tayong force. So sa area na lang, so ang unknown natin ay outside but wala tayong inside diameter. So it will be two unknowns. So dapat kailangan pa nating mag-convert pa or kumuha pa ng isang formula. Okay, we're in. So pwede nating gamitin po, engineers, itong relationship na ito. Okay, so such that daw the outside diameter is equivalent to the inside diameter plus twice the thickness. Okay, but sabi niya din dito, okay, the thickness daw ay 1/10 of the outside diameter. So therefore, I can substitute. So this is 2 multiplied by, so 1/10 means also 0.1 or 1/10 of the. Okay, so simplify lang po natin. So we have your outside diameter. This is equivalent to inside plus, so 0.2 do. Okay, so therefore, so inside diameter now, this is 1 minus 0.2 or 0.8 of do. Okay, so ayan, so pwede na po natin yung i-substitute doon sa ating inside diameter. So there will be one equation with one unknown. Okay, so substitute. So since yung choices ay millimeters, so ang gagawin ko na lang po yung stress, i-convert ko na lang sa meter. Okay, or sa millimeter, sorry. Okay, or ang pwede mo namang gawin, so again, depende po sa inyo kung saan kayo mas naladalian. So pwede nyo rin gawin, so i-remain nyo yung stress and then yung makukuha mong diameter later on, i-convert mo sa millimeter. Okay, so anyway, parehas lang po yung sagot. So ang gagawin ko na lang, engineers, yung stress, convert ko na lang siya sa per square mm. Okay, so I can use this conversion. Sabi natin, yung 140 meganewton per square meter is also 140 newton per square millimeter. Okay, alisin mo lang yung m. So this is equivalent to, so we have 500 times 10 raised to 3 newton. Okay, so kung iba yung conversion mo, kung ni-remain mo as meter, tapos yung sagot mo na lang later on, kinonvert mo sa millimeter, so no problem with that. Okay, so pi over 4, so multiplied by the outside diameter square. Minus the inside, but inside is also 0.8. At least yan, engineers, direction na. So, hindi na po ako mapakonvert. Ship solve, what is our outside diameter? Let's try to calculate. So, 140, this is equivalent to, we have 500 times 10 raised to 3. So, divided by pi over 4. Okay, and then multiplied by x squared, or you can also do calculate 0.8 x and then square. Ship solve. So let's say 115. Okay, answer there is 112.4 mm. Okay, that is your letter D. Okay, so that is our answer. Yan, kung nag-meters ka, so yung makukuha mo dito ay meters. So, convert mo na lang po siya sa millimeters. Anyway, pares lang po yung sagot. Sige, so kindly take a screenshot. Okay, sige, let's go on to number 5. So, what is the force to punch a 0.75 inch circular hole through a piece of 5/8 inches thick steel plate? So, ultimate shear strength of 42 KSI. Okay, so again, dito meron tayong thickness. Okay, so ibig sabihin, so that can be a hollow or may butas sa gitna. Okay, so basta may thickness, so dalawa po yan, no? It is either hollow or disc. Okay, so again, so hindi na po tayo mag-i-imagine, so but rather, we will just see the keyword. Okay, so ganito po yung problem natin. So meron daw tayong plate. Okay, tapos bubutas daw tayo. Okay, so dyan, ano daw yung force? Okay, na ibubutas natin dito. Okay, ayan. Okay, so as we can see ulit, so since yung keyword natin, okay na, shear. So ito, shear stress. Okay, so ibig sabihin, so yung ating gagamitin na area is disc, no? Okay, ito po yung involved cross-sectional area natin. Okay, so formula ulit, so stress is equivalent to force over area. Okay, so kung nagwa-wonder kayo, so sir, ang binigay ay ultimate shear strength. Okay, so di ba dapat sir, ang gagamitin natin dito is allowable, so which is true. Okay, but engineers, so pag binigay po tayong ultimate shear strength, pero wala pong binigay na safety factor, so we will assume that your safety factor is 1. Therefore, kaya yung allowable na rin ay parehas po sa shear, ultimate shear. Okay, so since wala namang safety factor dito. Okay, so therefore, substitute. Okay, we have your stress, 42 KSI. So 42 KSI means, or KSI means 1,000 PSI. Kilo PSI. So therefore, this is 42 times 10 raised to 3 PSI. Okay. Gawin natin pound force per square inch. So this is equivalent to your unknown force divided by our area. Okay, so since that is a disc, so we will, so the area involved is pi multiplied by our diameter. Okay, default, diba, sa circle natin, so based on your plane and solid geometry. Pag may circle tayo, tas ito walang binanggit, automatic, that is the diameter. Okay, so circle. Okay, so basta walang sinabing radius, it is diameter. Ayun yung default natin. Okay, so multiplied by our thickness, so it is 5/8 inches. Cancel out. Square inch times inch, square inch. So magka-cancel. Okay, so that is the value of our force. 42 times 10 raised to 3 times pi times 0.75 and then times 5/8. Okay, so sagot po dyan ay 61,850. Okay, so 0.11 pounds. Okay, so yung choices kips. So ang ibig sabihin lang po ng kips ay kilopounds. So press ENG or divide that by 1,000. So 61.85 kips. Okay, kips means kilopounds. Okay, so KSI means kilo, PSI. So answer there is your letter D. And so I think may kaparehas po yung number. So yung number 8. Okay, sige, yung number 8, ang sagot ay letter C. So ito, hindi lang siya binuo, no? Or hindi lang ginawang KSI, so PSI na. And then yung 0.625 kasi 5/8 lang din yan. Kaya parehas na parehas. Okay, kaya wag na po natin yung isolve. So same with number 5. Okay, sige, so that is number 5. So again, formula based and unit analysis tayo.